Chapter 1: The Bonds We Forge. As days blur into weeks, Jordan begins to navigate the intricate web of prison life. He meets Sam, a weathered veteran, whose deep voice carries the weight of countless experiences. In their initial conversations, Jordan learns about the unspoken rules that govern the prison, how friendships can be forged in the darkest corners, and how trust is a rare commodity. The ambient sounds of metal clanking and murmurs of conversation swirl around them, creating a tapestry of shared existence. With Sam as his guide, Jordan starts to understand the importance of camaraderie in this harsh environment, where alliances can mean the difference between survival and turmoil. Lessons in brotherhood. As the two immerse themselves in their daily routines, Sam imparts valuable lessons about loyalty and the necessity of watching one's back. They gather in the exercise yard, the rhythmic echoes of weights being lifted serving as a backdrop to their burgeoning friendship. The connection deepens, highlighting the resilience of the human spirit, even behind bars. Chapter 2: The Weight of Regret. The somber air of the cell block thickens as Maria's voice rises, a soft yet poignant melody that captures the essence of her shattered dreams. "I used to paint the world," she reflects, her pencil scratching rhythmically against paper, evoking a tapestry of colors and emotions. Each line on the page tells of family dinners, laughter echoing in sunlit rooms, and the quiet aspirations of a young girl who longed to be an artist. Her story unfolds like her sketches, fragile yet full of life, illustrating the choices that led her here. As Maria pauses, the ambient soundscape shifts, revealing other inmates' voices merging into a chorus of regret. Each recounts their own tales of missed opportunities, dreams deferred, and relationships fractured. The collective sorrow envelops the listener, echoing through the concrete walls like a haunting reminder of the lives once lived. Together, they reflect on how regret shapes their present, binding them in shared despair, yet hinting at the flicker of hope amidst the weight of their pasts. Chapter 3: Moments of Humanity. In the dim light of the prison yard, where shadows blend with fleeting moments of connection, Anthony shares a defining experience during a tumultuous flood that threatened the very foundations of the prison. "Chaos was everywhere," he recounts, his voice steady yet charged with emotion. As waters rose, rival gangs, once fierce adversaries, recognized a shared humanity that transcended their animosities. The sound of rushing water drowns out everything else as they banded together, lifting barricades, forming human chains to rescue fellow inmates trapped in the deluge. Amid the urgency, Anthony recalls the hushed conversations filled with laughter and unexpected camaraderie, reminding everyone that kindness can flourish even in the harshest environments. Members of opposing factions, united by necessity, illustrated the profound truth: vulnerability can forge bonds that endure beyond hatred. It's a moment that reshapes their perception of each other and reinforces the invincible spirit of solidarity, a glimmer of compassion within the walls of confinement. Chapter 4: The Longing for Freedom. Naomi's voice trembles as she reflects on the life left behind, her thoughts tethered to a daughter growing up without her. "Every night, I wish I could hold her, hear her laughter," she whispers, the weight of her regrets palpable in the air. The haunting lullaby plays softly, echoing the tender moments they once shared. Bedtime stories, gentle hugs, the simple joy of being a mother. As Naomi recalls pivotal memories, listeners can feel the warmth of her love intertwined with the chilling reality of her incarceration. Other inmates chime in, sharing their own longings for family connections, painting a mosaic of love and loss. The ambient sounds of distant laughter from the yard contrast Naomi's sorrow, highlighting the divide between their dreams and their current lives. Yet, amid the heartache, her resolve shines through. She envisions a future where she can reconnect with her daughter, igniting the flicker of hope that binds all their stories together. Chapter 5: The Struggle for Redemption. In the dim light of his cell, Eli stares into the past, haunted by memories of a night that altered his fate forever. With a voice heavy with regret, he recounts the chaos of gang life, the adrenaline, the loyalty, and the fatal mistake that led him to prison. The sound of clashing metal echoes in the background, reminiscent of his turbulent past. As he delves deeper, Eli confronts the consequences of his choices, torn between the anger that defined him and the flicker of hope yearning to break free. Outside his barred window, a solitary bird chirps, its notes weaving through the gloom, symbolizing the possibility of transformation. In this moment, Eli reflects on the desire for redemption, pondering whether he can rewrite his story. The struggle within him becomes palpable, an echo of countless inmates wrestling with their own demons and aspirations for a second chance at life. Chapter 6: Time and Its Weight. Days blurring together. Within the oppressive walls of the prison, time takes on a different meaning. The inmates from various backgrounds share their thoughts on the relentless passage of days, each blending into the next. Their voices, tinged with weariness, reflect the monotony that erodes their sense of self. The sound of a ticking clock reverberates, reminding them of lost moments and shattered dreams. They speak of longing for the outside world, where seasons change and life continues, while they remain suspended in a stasis of confinement. Moments of clarity. Yet, amidst this bleakness, flickers of insight emerge. Some inmates recount transformative moments of clarity during solitary reflection, revealing how the silence can become a canvas for self-discovery. The distant whisper of wind through barred windows carries their hopes, as they recognize glimmers of potential within themselves, a haunting yet beautiful reminder that even in darkness, the possibility of growth persists. Chapter 7: The Windows to Our Souls. Art as Expression. As silence envelops the dimly lit art room, Maria fills her canvas with swirling colors, each stroke a release of pent-up emotions. Her soft voice narrates her journey, explaining how art became her sanctuary amid the chaos of prison life. Listeners hear the gentle swish of brushes and the quiet scratch of pencils as other inmates join her, channeling their feelings into drawings and sculptures. In this creative haven, personal stories emerge as vibrant visuals, offering glimpses into their hearts. 15. Voices from Within. The atmosphere buzzes with anticipation as the inmates prepare for the talent show. Poetry readings and music performances echo through the hall, showcasing a tapestry of experiences, each expression resonating with struggles, hopes, and dreams. As one inmate recites a heartfelt poem about lost love, the ambient sound of clapping and cheers invigorates the space. Together, they celebrate their growth, forging connections through creativity, ultimately uniting their individual journeys into a harmonious collective voice that echoes long after the curtains close. Chapter 8: The Imprint of Time. In this chapter, the focus shifts to Carl, an elderly inmate serving a life sentence. With a voice softened by age and bitterness, he reflects on the decades spent behind bars. He shares haunting memories of his youth, illustrating how fleeting moments of freedom have become mere shadows of the past. The ambient sounds of a ticking clock amplify his sense of lost time, each tick resonating like a reminder of dreams deferred. Carl recounts the friends he made and lost, their echoes still haunting the hallways of his memory. In his quiet despair, he finds fleeting solace in the small rituals of prison life, gardening in the courtyard, the sunlight on his skin, and the laughter of young inmates, which connect him to a world outside he can no longer reach. As he speaks of acceptance and reflection, the gentle strumming of a guitar begins to weave through his narrative, encapsulating the bittersweet beauty of life behind bars, where hope flickers like a distant flame. Chapter 9: Dreams of Reunification. As Naomi's memories of her daughter drift through the dense walls of confinement, she recalls the warmth of bedtime stories and the laughter that filled their small apartment. The distant sound of a lullaby, her daughter's favorite, reverberates, intertwining with her narration. "I remember cradling her, feeling her heartbeat against mine," Naomi shares, her voice trembling with emotion. The longing for reconnection and the crushing weight of guilt surge within her. Each day spent in prison intensifies her desire to be a better mother, to reclaim the bonds severed by her decisions. Other inmates contribute their own reflections, sharing glimpses of family longing, a father's wish to reunite with a son, a sister's hope to mend broken ties. Together, they weave a poignant chorus of aspiration, showcasing the human desire for forgiveness and love. As the chapter closes, the faint echo of a child's laughter mingles with the sound of crickets outside, symbolizing hope and the dream of returning home. Chapter 5: The Struggle for Redemption. As Eli sits alone in his cell, the weight of his past crashes down on him like a tidal wave. With a trembling voice, he recounts the fateful night that spiraled his life into chaos. The clash of metal echoes in the background, reverberating like the guilt that haunts him. I was just trying to prove myself, he reflects, his voice filled with regret. Each choice he made seemed inevitable. Yet now, locked behind bars, he sees them as a series of missed opportunities. The vivid recollection of pain and violence unfolds, revealing his struggle for identity amidst a life of crime. Yet, amidst the darkness, Eli feels a flicker of hope ignited within. A distant bird's chirp breaks through the suffocating silence, symbolizing the possibility of change. As he searches for a path toward redemption, Eli begins to realize that the road to forgiveness starts within, and healing may yet be possible, even behind the bars. Chapter 5: The Struggle for Redemption. Navigating Change. Eli sits on his narrow cot, the weight of memories pressing down like a heavy cloak. His voice trembles as he recounts the moment he first took a life, a split-second choice that spiraled into a life marred by violence and despair. Shadows dance across the cell walls, and outside a solitary bird chirps, its sound a beacon of hope breaking through the oppressive gloom. I never imagined I'd end up here, but each day I wake up with a choice, he confesses. I can either sink deeper or fight to change. His story shifts to his newfound purpose, mentoring younger inmates, guiding them away from the path he once traveled. The subtle rustle of pages turns in the background as Eli shares books that inspire him, symbolizing the nurturing of a burgeoning hope. Redemption isn't just a word, it's a journey, one step at a time, he reflects. And for the first time, a glimmer of genuine optimism colors his voice. Chapter 6: Time and Its Weight. 12 Days Blurring Together. As the days blend seamlessly into weeks, the monotonous rhythm of prison life weighs heavily on the inmates' minds. The ambient sound of metal clinking and distant murmurs creates a backdrop of routine and confinement. In a series of poignant reflections, inmates express the crushing sensation of time slipping through their fingers, leaving them grappling with isolation and despair. One voice rises above the others, Carlos, whose weary tone captures the essence of stagnation. Time feels like a thief here, he shares, stealing my dreams and hopes. Others echo his sentiments, recounting how the repetition dulls their senses, yet within this bleak landscape, moments of clarity emerge. An unexpected friendship, a cherished book, or a stolen glimpse of sunlight can ignite flickers of hope. The chorus of their realizations serves as a counterbalance against the oppressive nature of their realities, showcasing the resilience of the human spirit in the face of tedium and longing for freedom. Chapter 6: Time and Its Weight. In the dim light of the cell, inmates gather during the rare moments of quiet that break the daily monotony of prison life. Voices intertwine, creating a chorus of reflection. Jordan shares, "Time here is a thief. It steals our days and our will to dream." His words resonate, stirring a collective understanding among them. Sam adds, "But sometimes in silence, I find clarity. I see who I was and who I want to become." The echoes of their thoughts bounce off the sterile walls, mingling with the distant sound of a clock ticking, a constant reminder of the passage of time. Maria, with her pencil scratching against paper, whispers about capturing memories in art, transforming their pain into something beautiful. In this shared space of vulnerability, they confront their realities, planting seeds of hope for the future, awakening their spirits amidst the shadows of incarceration.